What's up, all my inspirational tea sippers? This is Shantae, and I'm coming back to you guys with another video. I pray that you guys are well, doing amazing, feeling amazing, holding on to hope and faith despite what we are going through. I hope and pray that you guys are being safe. I pray for the health of you guys, and I just cannot wait for the day for this to be over. So I had a few things on my heart that I have been thinking about. You guys know that when you are in a relationship, marriage, booed up, boyfriend, girlfriend, you go through so many different things. You go through so many different things, different ups, different downs. You learn so many things. And me getting ready to go through a divorce, I have learned so many different lessons in love now that I think will help me so much moving forward. And I just wanted to share them with you guys because I honestly believe that sometimes when you are in a place of depression, maybe not feeling so great about yourself, or insecurities, or different toxic patterns and behaviors you maybe learn from a child or whatever, those things kind of trickle over into the relationships that we form, and it's not always a healthy thing. So but we continue to get in those relationships. But so I've learned some lessons coming out of my marriage, and I've learned some lessons being in different relationships with people and just dealing with people in general. And I have been jotting down some notes when these things cross my mind, and I just kind of wanted to share them with you. I won't be before you long. It is a Saturday night. The kids are up. We just finished watching Trolls, the new movie. We just had a popcorn family night, and I'm going to get done recording this so I can go back downstairs and kind of play some music and turn up with TJ. So I have some notes here. I'm just going to read them briefly, you guys. This video is titled Lessons in Love. Okay, so these are the lessons in love that I have learned thus far, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be many more lessons to add to, but for right now I think that these are very, very important, and these are just some things that I vow moving forward to implement and to take with me and to hold dear to my heart, and to always apply these moving forward to a healthy, happy, whole, blessed relationship. Mother, father, brother, sister, boo, whatever. Okay, so let's get started. So number one, the lesson in love that I have learned is to keep God at the center. Keep God at the center. God has to be head of your life, head of your partner's life. First and foremost, you have to pray together. You have to read the word together. You have to seek God's face and really, really, really continue to grow in the word of God. It's so, so important. That way, you always have an understanding and know when, how, wisdom to approach your partner or your other half. So it's very, very important to keep God at the center. God is the mentor. God is the therapist. God is, who you go to when you have those problems and issues. And if he is not at the center, baby. Okay. Number two, the second lesson in love, these are in no particular order, but the second lesson in love is never compromise the way you want to be loved. This one I think is so, so good. Never compromise the way you want to be loved. There are so many times, I'm recording, TJ. I'm recording. Do you want to say hi? No. Come here. You want to say hi? Come here, TJ. Say hello and come and get him. I'm recording. Say hi, guys. Okay, go.
Oh, I heard a phone call.
Yeah, go. Close the door. I don't apologize for motherhood. Moving right along. Okay, never compromise the way that you want to be loved. I am guilty of this. I have compromised in all of my relationships. I'm not even gonna lie. I've had 3 real serious relationships in my life, and I have compromised. I have compromised things that I knew I didn't deserve. I have compromised on the way I have been treated, and I had to think and say, why? It's not really the person, because a person treat you the way you teach them how to treat you. So I'm thinking, wow, Shantera, what is it about you that allowed this type of behavior? I didn't love myself, always overweight, dealing with depression, dealing with all these other issues, and really not working on Shantera internally and spiritually, and being that strong kingdom woman that I know that I am, to stand up, have my boundaries, set my limits, and if you don't meet them, then I'm gone. That's the type of mentality that I have now. I didn't have that then. So I'm no longer going to compromise being loved. I know love means consistency. I know love means action. I know loving me means trust. I know it means honesty. I know, it doesn't hurt. I know now that love is kind. It's gentle. Love pays attention to what I have to say. Love pays attention to the small things. I know now that loving me, is faithful. You know what I'm saying? It's not cheating. It's not boastful. It's humbling. I know these things now. So with what I know now, those are some things that I am not compromising on at all, period. You know what I'm saying? I know, it's to have a leader and a head of a household. There are so many different things that I compromise on that I am no longer compromising moving forward. So never compromise the way you want to be loved. And the next one is respond in love. I know a lot of times we have these arguments and we get so heated and we get so frustrated, but what I believe is a Christian whole marriage designed by God is not filled with arguments and strife, and no, because God is at the center. So there's understanding, there's peace. Yes, we may have disagreements, but there shouldn't be any arguing and bickering and fighting and me cussing you out, you cussing me out. That's not the way a relationship is supposed to go. And I know I've talked to the Lord. He's mentored me. I've dealt with this with him. Relationships, there's not supposed to be no arguing. For what? Arguing for what? All we need to do is communicate on our differences, agree to disagree, and move forward in love. Fussing, fighting, all that, no. So respond in love. Even if you're mad and upset, maybe they cussed you out or whatever for whatever reason, but it's important to have your response in love. You're upset right now. This is probably what I would say now moving forward. You're upset right now. I don't like the way that you're talking to me, and even maybe the head and all that, but we're human. I don't like the way you're talking to me. I'm going to deal with you later when you calm down and we can discuss this at a later date. You know what I'm saying? I love you. You're not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. We need to calm down and we'll talk about this later. You know what I'm saying? And boom, that's responding in love. Not dealing with it right now. Let's wait until we're level-headed. You know what I'm saying? Just doing it in love. Pray first before approaching your spouse. This is very important, I believe. When you have something going on and you really want to talk to your spouse about something that's bugging you, something that's bothering you, something you felt this person did that rubbed you the wrong way, I think it's very important for you to go to God first. Of course, if it's something big, if it's something small, you can handle it right then and there. But you want to go to God first and ask the Lord to prepare this person's heart. Prepare this person's heart. Prepare this person's mind to be able to receive what I have to say. So that way they don't feel attacked. That way they don't feel like you jumping down their throat. You know what I'm saying? And you want to make sure that you have the right words and that you do approach them in love at the right time with the right situation. You know what I'm saying? Not wait until they off of work and so tired. Not wait until they're already upset and something else is going on. So you want to be mindful and asking the Lord to prepare their heart and prepare their mind to what you have to say so that they can receive it in love and really take what you're saying seriously. So yeah, keep up with your physical appearance. A lot of times we get into relationships and we get comfortable. Men are very visual creatures. They like to see a nice woman. And I'm not saying, we have to dress up, keep dressed up every day, but you want to make sure you don't have to be fully beat, but you want to make sure that you're getting up, putting on some clothes, brushing your teeth, washing your face, showering, all of that stuff. Maybe put on a little mascara, something. Some people don't need makeup. You just go with a fresh face, put your earrings on, put on some lip gloss, but you always want to be mindful about your physical appearance. And these are some things that I'm learning now, because in my marriage, I slacked off because I felt like when we were going through different things, I didn't want to dress up for him and I didn't want to be bothered and I didn't want to, for what, but at the end of the day, it's still about me and physical appearance, and it keeps the eyes away, and it keeps them from looking, because at the end of the day, you want to be the only thing that your spouse is turned on and or attracted to. I want you to be looking over here. That way it ain't no need for you to be looking at Sally Sue, Joe, John, and Jim, because it's right here. I'm dressed, I'm ready, I look good, I'm representing you, you're representing me, and your eyes are over here. So there is no competition. There is no me worried about what you're doing and who you're looking at. And I'm going to tell you like this, a dog going to be a dog. I'm not talking about that, because there are some women who keep themselves up so beautiful, so amazing, so this, bomb shape, bomb this, and you still get cheated on. I'm not talking about, you know what I'm saying, that. I'm just talking about making sure that you're being mindful of how you are, your appearance, you know what I'm saying, as you continue on in your relationships, because we do tend to get lazy. And so you just always want to keep their eye, keeping it fresh, right? So make time for self-love. Make time for self-love. You know what I'm saying? Because you always want to make sure that you're keeping yourself healthy. And I know for me, I did not do that. So focused on the kids, so focused on TJ, so focused on the marriage itself, but I did not take out time for Shantara. What do Shantara love to do? I love to work out. I love to play in my makeup. I love to mentor. I love to record videos. I love to, go for long walks and listening to my Pandora. You know what I'm saying? I love to write. I love to read. You know what I'm saying? I love to read. And so these are some things, self-love, that we have to get back into. Like, make sure that you're making time for yourself, outside of your kids, outside of your spouse, getting that time off. And I love to just take a nice drive, windows down, wind blowing, music up loud, and just enjoying the outdoors. So always, always, always make sure you're making time for yourself. Honor your partner's feelings. This is somewhere I went wrong a lot of the times. Like, oh, I can't believe you feel that way. I can't believe you feel that way. That's not how I meant it. That ain't what I was trying to do. It doesn't matter, my love. It doesn't matter. All you need to know is this is how this person feels. And you need to validate that. Honor how they feel, you know what I'm saying? And have that communication with them, and, let them know where you're coming from. You didn't mean it that way, but do not ever dismiss the way your partner feels. Oh, you just tripping. That ain't what it was. That ain't what, it is what it was. It is how they felt. And you need to honor that. You know what I'm saying? Honor how they felt. I understand how you feel. I apologize for making you feel that way. That was not my intention. You know what I'm saying? And I can see that, from the way I responded. I can see how you feel that way moving forward. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do those things. I'm not going to say that, because I can see how you felt that way. Honor how they feel. Don't brush it off. It makes the other person feel horrible. So don't do that. Next is keep your hands to yourself. I told y'all in one of my videos, y'all, I was the one. I will beat the crap. I think I done beat the crap out of in all my relationships I have. I ain't never been the one to be beat on or anything like that, but I was always putting my hands on another individual, trying to, basically, I was trying to beat them into loving me correctly. I know, y'all. I know I was beating them into loving me correctly. Or if I found them, talking to other women online, I come in there, I hate you, fighting. Oh, you online, you doing all this sneaky stuff. Or one of my relationships, you went to go do drugs, and I didn't know nothing about it, and you come home and you lost all the money. I'm fighting you. How can you do me like this? I'm so trying to beat somebody into, you know what I'm saying, loving you correctly. Like, girl, come on. That's set boundaries, set your standards. It's never okay to put your hands on another individual. It is never okay for you to put your hands on an individual. And what I know now is, if I feel like I ever have to get to the point to put my hands on you, that's where it ends. I'm getting out of here. This is where it ends. It's time to cut the losses, and it's time to move on, because I am not ever in life dealing with that again, or feeling like I have to beat you into the right, where you come home and you lying about what you were doing and lying about who you were talking to, and all of this old extra stuff. Come on, we just gonna cut it. You know what I'm saying? It's never okay to put your hands on another individual. Okay, so keep your hands to yourself. Lessons in love. Be kind. You want to be kind to your spouse. When you walk through the door and, hey, baby, how are you? How you feeling? You want to make sure you loving on your partner, squeezing on your partner. Coming home should be the best part of your spouse's day. I know right now it might be some people that's like, oh my goodness, I cannot wait till quarantine is over. I can't stand being at home with this woman. I can't stand being at home with this man. This should be the time where you making love, spending time together, doing all the things that you couldn't do because everybody was working and busy and this and that. Home should be your place of solitude. Home should be your place of peace. Home should be your place of passion. Home should be your place of joy. Your spouse should be wanting, willing, can't wait, can't hit the time clock, come home, because I know my wife gonna be ready. I know the house clean, kids ready. Yeah, it might be some stuff or whatever going on, but it's peace, it's love, it's joy, it's laughter. Be kind to one another. Say please, say thank you. You know what I mean? Like, we've gotten out of all of that. If your partner sneeze, say God bless you. You know what I'm saying? Open up the doors. Help take out the trash. You know, all the things that we kind of get away from. Like, this is your princess. This is your love. This is, you know, this is your woman. You got to make sure that you taking care of her and nurturing her and all of that stuff. And it goes both ways. Nurture your man. Love on your man. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you smelling good and, you know, being joyful and happy and that you're just being kind to one another. Communicate. Communicate often. Communicate clearly. Communicate effectively. Communicate, 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 communicate. Communication. Communication to make sure that you guys are always on the same page. You always have to be on the same page. Always, at all times, in everything that you do. Raising the kids. What time you coming home? What's disrespectful? What's our morals, guidelines, boundaries, all that. We always have to make sure that we are staying in communication with one another so that we are all on one accord. One mind, one accord. One mind, one accord. Always make sure that you're communicating. Communicate even the hard things. A lot of times people want to shy away from, you know, some of the hard things, or I feel like you did this, or, you know, I felt like when we were at the store, I believe that you looked at another woman, or I believe that your mom is this, or I want to come to you about your dad. We should be able to talk about any and everything. And if you are with a partner and you cannot talk about any and everything, it's time for you to reevaluate what you're doing and how you're compromising your way of being loved, because you have to be able to communicate about everything. And I get it. There are some people, I don't communicate. We don't talk. I don't like to talk. I'm not a talker. Well, guess what? When you are in a relationship, you have to compromise. So if that's something that you didn't do and you don't talk, you don't communicate, guess what? If you want to be with me, you're going to have to learn how to communicate. You're going to have to learn how to talk. You're going to learn how to get up out of your shell and communicate and make sure that this ship is running accordingly. You know what I'm saying? So stop. No more compromising. Communicate. Communicate is very, very, very important. And communicate about the hard things. Communicate about the things that give you chills. Communicate about the things that, you know what I'm saying? Communicate. Let's talk about it. Let it out. All of it. I don't care. If you was with your spouse, this is a hard conversation. I'm going to give you an example. Hard conversation. I have my own opinion about it. I've heard other people say something different about it. But look, say your man, he met you, right? He met you. This guy does not like big women. There are some men who don't like big women. That's just not their preference. There are some women who don't like skinny men. That's just their preference, vice versa, whatever. So say your woman, wife, boo, thing, whatever, gained 60, 70 pounds. So this person is not really feeling that attraction all like that because they're not into big women, and you can't fault them for that. They didn't meet you that way. That's not what they were attracted to. And had you been 70 pounds heavier, they probably wouldn't have approached you. Now, I get love is unconditional, all this stuff, this, that. But we got to be realistic when it comes to like physical appearance and how we feel and how we love and caress on our our partners. So, you know, the conversation is you got to have that hard conversation. Baby, look, I love you. I'm willing to work with you. I understand you may be going through some things, but you know you picked up a lot of weight, and if I can be of any support to you, I want to know what's going on. I want to know, you know what I'm saying, how can I support you? I want to know if we can go to the gym together, if we can start working out. Do you want to get in the kitchen and start, you know, picking up, you know, making healthy meals? Baby, what can I do to support you? You know what I'm saying? Because I see that you're not at your healthiest. You're not at, you're not at your top priority. Like, we got to be each other's backbone enough to be able to tell each other the hard things, support each other when we needed to be supported, and make sure that we are at our top peak game. You know what I'm saying? And your partner should always want to feel that way, for you. Like, come on now, you done gained all this weight. What's up, baby? What's up? That ain't you. That ain't you. Now, if you were already a big girl, all this and that, that's different. But I'm talking about the hard conversations that we need to have. Love conquers all, baby. You go to God, ask him how to approach this person. How do I deliver this, Father God? And he's going to do it for you. And you go it in love. Out of love and kindness have I drawn thee. He's going to handle it. He's going to work it out. And it's going to be just fine. So never ignore the red flags. You guys know I've done this too so many times, and I'm not. There's red flags that happen in the beginning where you just kind of overlook, oh girl, yeah, but he's so fine. Oh yeah, well, he did that. I don't really approve of that, but man, come on. Like, our phones or his phone, all that. I'm telling you, in the end and towards that relationship as it's building, those red flags are going to be the flags that ultimately destroy. And I'm speaking from experience. Every red flag that I ignored was the red flag that ultimately destroyed the marriage. You know what I'm saying? And that's just off top what I think, what I feel, what I believe. Everything that I've ignored. So you cannot ignore the red flags. Don't ignore the red flags. When you see them, let that individual know right then and there. If they change the behavior, that's fine. But if that person is not willing to change the behavior as far as that red flag, you need to let it go. Never ignore your gut instincts. You all know we have womanly intuitions. I believe a man got the same intuition. Don't ignore it. You feel something in your gut. I feel like he's talking to somebody else, or I feel like he's doing this, or I feel like he on the phone. It's just a feeling that I get, having dreams, this, that, and the other. I'm not talking about the psycho women who always accusing, very insecure. You did this, you did that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a healthy state of mind, a woman, good relationship, head on strong. And you have these instincts and these feelings that your partner is doing something. And later on down the line or shortly thereafter, you end up finding out what the gut instinct was true. Always go with your gut instinct, guys. That's the Lord talking to you, telling you what's going on, trying to give you hints as to what you need to know so you can cut that thing off and stop wasting your time. As you can see, time is very, very precious. It is life is like a vapor. You never know when you leaving here. So it's time to kind of like level up on these relationships and really get look at him and really get to what we need to be getting to so that we can move forward in wholeness, health, happiness. Get down, TJ. So that's what I wanted to say. That's where I'm at. I think that's about all that I wanted to say, but I did want to leave you with this quote from Tara Westover. I saw this, I think maybe like a few days ago. She was doing an interview with Oprah Winfrey, and she talked about her toxic relationship with her family and her dad, and how things was just very, very toxic from a child all the way up. And she began, after doing a lot of internal work and getting whole and healed and just experiencing life, she decided to cut the relationship off and to do what was best for her, because it was debilitating to her. It caused depression. It caused, so many things in different relationships. Any relationship, mother, father, sister, brother, boyfriend, boo, whatever. If it's toxic, you have to let it go. So Tara Westover said this: you can love someone and still choose to say goodbye. You can miss someone every day and still be glad that they are no longer in your life. So think about that. I want to say it again. You can love someone and still choose to say goodbye. You can miss someone every day and still be glad that they are no longer in your life. If that ain't the truth, I don't know what is. Get rid of the toxicity, you guys. Learn the love lessons. Apply them moving forward. Get whole, get healthy, get happy, and enjoy love. Until the next time, thank you guys for having me. Inspire, be inspired. I love you guys. God bless you. Good night.